In this video, I'm going to give you a very simple but powerful manifestation tool that you're going to use right before you go to sleep at night. This technique does not require that you visualize anything, that you affirm anything, that you script anything, that you have to believe anything. And you can use this technique for anything that you're trying to manifest or you want to create in your life, anything that you desire, whether that's money, that's cars, that's houses, that's health, that's wealth, that's relationships. Anything that you're desiring to come into your life, this is a very simple technique that you're going to use right before you go to sleep at night. And I want you to keep in mind that you are not begging, you are not pleading, you are in a state of thanksgiving as if you already have what you desire. You're not asking for anything, you're not begging for anything. You're thanking the subconscious mind, the universe, that you already have these things, whatever you desire. And you're going to whisper this phrase 3 times before you go to sleep. And remember that you are addressing a higher source, your highest self, and you are repeating this phrase. Thank you for showing me that this issue is already solved. Thank you for showing me that this issue is already solved. And as you repeat this phrase, as you're falling asleep, you're going to be in a state of receptivity. You're going to be in a state of receptivity and receiving in a state of gratitude, not begging, not pleading. You don't have to visualize anything. You're not affirming anything. You're just thanking your higher self for already giving you what you desire. And you can use this for changing your physique, creating better health, creating a relationship, creating large amounts of money. And this technique actually went viral due to how many people had success with it and the simplicity of it, because you're not having to visualize anything. You're not having to force anything. So you're using this in an effortless way to create whatever you want without any blocks. And if I had to add anything to this technique, just to be a little bit more specific, because sometimes I use this, but I like to get more specific with it, just a little bit. Now, I don't change it up too much, but if I'm trying to create something specific, like for example, I would use it, thank you for showing me that my relationship issues are now solved, or thank you for showing me that my money issues are now solved, or thank you for showing me that my health issues are now solved. And I would get into that state of receptivity and get a little bit more specific with it. And the most important part about this technique is that you're getting in the state of already having your desire. You're already in the state, because when you repeat this, you're feeling that. You're automatically going to feel as if all of your issues are now solved. So you're going to fall asleep in this state of receptivity, of already having everything that you desire, that your issues are now solved. You have all these things now. You're not asking for anything. You're not in a state of lack when you're falling asleep. You're in a state of your issues now being solved. You're in a state of abundance, or whatever it is, whatever issue that you're having, it's now solved. You're not begging, you're not pleading. You're in a state of receptivity, of receiving that you already have this. And the reason why this technique from Frederick Dotson is so powerful is because it's pushing you ahead of the event. The imagination is always planning ahead. It's always seeing ahead. Just like if you've ever had deja vu before, it's because you've already seen that before. Your imagination is creating every event in your life before you get there. And when you make specific statements like this, where your issues are now solved and you're creating this feeling state, your imagination is going to work. Your imagination is now seeing after this. It's seeing your life as if there are no issues anymore. Then it's taking you to that parallel reality that's associated with you not having this issue anymore. So now it's planning this. It's creating a different life for you, changing your concept of yourself, shifting you to an alternate reality where this issue is now solved, whatever that issue may be. And when you're doing this technique, you're doing it right before you go to sleep at night. So this is the state of inception with the subconscious mind or the universe. And the universe and the subconscious mind doesn't have a motive of its own. It's just going to create the world and express a different version of you based on the feeling states and what your imagination is creating as you're falling asleep and with those feeling states. So as you're saying that, thank you for showing me that these issues are now solved, you're creating a new feeling state within you, and your imagination is going to work at that state of inception with the subconscious mind. So then you're going to shift. You're going to go to sleep with this new feeling state. you're impressing the subconscious mind with your issues now being solved. So that's why I believe that this technique has worked well for so many people, because it's so simple. It's putting you in that effortless state, and you're doing it right before you go to sleep at night. You're not having to force anything. You're not having to push anything. You're just getting into a state of receptivity and repeating one phrase, and then just feeling that your life now is the way that you want it to be, and then drifting into the subconscious mind, impressing a new version of yourself into the universe, and then that universe and the subconscious mind is then pushing you into that associated universe or that parallel reality to where your issues are now solved. And if you've used this technique before, I want to know about your success, so leave that in the column box below. And I want to demonstrate everyone's success with this. So everyone that hasn't seen this or haven't used it, I want people to see your results, your real-time results of how this has worked for you, so that way we can help other people to get to that next level, they're actually applying this and actually trying it in their own lives. And also, I've created a sleep meditation on this technique that I'm going to put a card on the screen for you where I walk you through this technique in detail. So we find out what you desire. We find out different things that we can create and put you in that state of receptivity as you're falling asleep, whispering, "Thank you for showing me that this issue is now solved." So I walk you through the technique. So if you need any assistance with that, I'm going to put a card on the screen for you. Click on that card, put that on your playlist, listen to that as you're falling asleep, where I walk you through that. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. I love you, and don't forget to give me one thing you are grateful for, and I will see you in the next one.
Go into these states.